Good, wonderful morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. It's I, Boss, and yes, I'm back out in the firewood permission. We're going to do some more pulling, bucking, and chucking as per normal, but you never know what's going to happen, so it's always fun and good to have the camera running. Behind me, back in there are some nice ash logs, and remember, ash is cash. But I need some firewood for myself. A lot of this stuff I've been cutting, like the soft maple and the cherry, should be ready to burn yet this fall, like late fall. I do have a moisture meter. I'll be checking it, and yeah. If it's ready, it's ready. If it isn't, it isn't. Next year, it'll definitely be ready. But maple and cherry dry extremely fast, especially when it's in the 80s and 90s every day. Before you ask, yeah, the mosquitoes are still wretched. Anyways, we're going to jump into it. Of course, I'm going to get suited up, but I'm going to try to pull a few logs. I'm hoping they're room if I take a hard right out of here, kind of stick them off to the side. I'll set you guys up to where you can see best you can. And hopefully I can get multiple logs out. I also think there's an oak top back there. Sometimes it's kind of hard to tell by looking at it, you know, just a quick glance. And of course the rose bushes are back there, you know, the devil's underwear. So that's always fun to deal with. Yeah, so we're just going to jump into it, get going. Guys, thank you for hitting that sub button. I see our sub totals slowly climbing. Keep up spreading the word for me. I appreciate it. You guys don't even know when I'm putting my head down like that, I'm ducking a flying mosquito straight at my face. You guys don't even know. It's awesome. I appreciate it. Want to grow the community, so if you're new, hit the sub button. Do a lot of firewood videos, homesteading videos, farming videos, the whole thing. Yeah, so stay tuned. Alright guys and gals, I think that's a hunk of oak. Not 100% sure until I cut into it. The bark looks like oak, but the limbs don't, but the main trunk or top does. And I'm trying to decide, do I want to cut all of the doggone limbs off it right there, or do I want to pull it out and then, I don't know, push them off a different direction. She was heavy. No wheelies though. I think I might pull her a little bit more, and we'll just push the brush off with the bucket. The reason why I don't want to cut it back there, now that I think about it, there's lots more wood to grab back there, so I don't want to block my own path. It's a nice path through there. So limit and then push it off to the side somewhere. It's kind of what I've been doing. Also, off camera, I grabbed a log from kind of right across the lane from where the tractor was sitting. Nice ash. So we'll buck him up as well. I'm going to pull her forward a little bit. Let me move your camera a little. Alright guys, more mosquitoes. That's what I call them. Instead of mosquitoes, I call them more mosquitoes because there's always more of them. Want to hit a very quick safety tip. Something I've been doing wrong. So I blocked this trail, so if my truck was on that side of these logs, this trail ends in a dead end. Well, the last several days I've been blocking myself in. And if there was an emergency, I cut myself, hurt myself, whatever, you know, an ambulance would have a really tough time finding me. You know, I can tell them what property I'm on, but it is 90 acres. And probably about half of that is woods. So, and plus there's a creek that divides the property. So, you know, it'd be hard for them to find me. So I've got my truck on this side, and I did turn it around off camera. Just don't block yourself in. I mean, I can always jump on the tractor, but if I had a broken back and could still move good enough to drive, do I really want to be in a tractor or my pickup? So leave yourself an out. That's my safety tip. I got my chaps on, got my gloves on, gonna throw my helmet on, and we're going to start bucking right now on this log I pulled out off camera. Oh, one other thing. Upon further inspection, that big one I just pulled out is, I hope that wasn't a mosquito, is maple. So, nothing to get too excited about. I got tons of maple out here. Literally, tons. Hundreds, if not thousands of tons of maple. Oh well, you know, it's got some rough bark on it. You'll see it when I'm bucking it. But it fooled me for a minute, and then I got to looking at it. I'm like, nah, it's maple. Anyways, let's get bucking. I'll bring you, let's start on this end since it's a floating end. I'll leave you where you are. At least I can't hear the mosquitoes buzzing in my ears. She's a no start. I'll be right back. You ever try to fix a chainsaw with 10 million mosquitoes buzzing in your face? So you put your shield down, then you can't see properly? Anyway, what happens is this little blue lever is connected to the choke, or is the choke lever, and it connects to the linkage on the carburetor. It has a nasty little habit of popping out. It's not a big deal until you get 10,000 mosquitoes in your face. Then it sucks. You guys have mosquitoes on your lens. Holy crap. Alright, let's refire up here, or get fired up. That ain't good. move to a different saw. Take 5. This saw's running a little bit fat. Gonna see if I can lean her out a little bit, get a little more performance out of it. Right, I went ahead and popped this little cover off. It just makes it easier for me to adjust this particular saw. So there's a little opening right here, and the high jet should be towards the back. That's what I'm going to play with. I'm just going to move it just a tiny bit, folks. I can't emphasize that enough. See how she starts? Might as well use the compression release. Four stroke it just a little bit, but I don't mind that. Anybody that thinks Hull's Pharma saws are a joke, they're not. But they do run out of gas. I didn't fuel it up, I just grabbed it. That is ripping, dudes. Those have to be, I don't know, 15, 16 inches around. We'll measure them. Let me go fuel this guy up. More bar oil. Whoops. Hell happened to your mount? Alright, guys and gals. So, today's video question, is there are two types of chain. Well, really three. Which one do you prefer? Part A, no right or wrong. And part B, what are the three main types of chains? I'm sure there are some specialty ones out there that I'm not familiar with, but I'll start you off with the first one so you kind of follow my train of thought. So the first one would be semi-chiseled chain. Which do you prefer, and what are the remaining two types? So that's the question. Alright, hang in there. Okay guys, we're going to do a time lapse log loading as per normal. I should say round loading. Stay tuned. Well, there we go. There's today's load. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hit all the buttons, answer the video question of the day, and I will see you again on the next one. I'm going to show you the load.